actually at the beginning of my career I didn't have much, but now I did one stitch, 9 stitch in front of my head,
Oh my gosh.
elbow. I cut my last fight here and then and this top of my eyes. But when you go to the fight, I didn't think much about this. But yeah, I always I did a stem cell, so you cannot see too much scar tissues. You know, we still like we girls still want to be look good even after
Yeah,
the
you still gotta
fight.
look good.
Yes, so you always
Wow.
keep it keep it written everything for be alright. But I did stem cells, so help me for the cut. But you cannot think about this. You have to think everything is gonna be alright, but you know how dangerous it is the fighting.
Yeah.
But some people born for this. Like I think I did born for this.
Well, I would agree with that. I mean, I think you just said it. When your MMA career first started, your first professional fight was at 19 years old.
Yes.
I mean, that's so cool. I'm thinking about things, Chris, that I was doing at 19 years old, and this would never have even come close to anything like this. But in that first fight, did you ever imagine that you were like at the start of something that was going to be this incredible, that you would rack up all of these accolades?
No, how was crazy. I started 19 years old fighting. I didn't have any dream to be a fighter. I was athlete, but I like to compete. And then one guy showed up to my handball player when I was playing handball. He said, "I think you could be a great fighter." I said, "I don't like fighting." He said, "I think you could be good." So I start training, and I like to compete. This is I know I'm 12 years old. I compete everything. It's okay. So my first fight, I lost my first fight, professional fight. I was 19 years old. I trained 6 months. I go see what's gonna happen. But after this fight, I didn't know I was gonna be one more loss in 20 years. I don't have idea what's gonna happen next for me. But I after the girl punched me and I could punch her back, I said, I'm born for this. I wanted this for live. And then it's so funny because when you play handball, if you go too rough for the people, have a red card. So you have to time out for 2 minutes. You're too rough, and I see like handball don't have MMA don't have a red card. No, you can. I feel that fire in my heart. Say no, I want to do this for live, and we're gonna complete now 20 years this year. And but I never imagined it's gonna be how great to be MMA fighter.
Wow. It's so funny to hear you say that you said that you didn't like fighting. So I told you my kids are both
Uh-huh.
in jujitsu. Now I know you hold
Yes,
a black belt in jujitsu and in Muay Thai, and
yes.
I want to get your opinion on both of them as I'm talking about my kids. But it's
Okay.
funny because my son is crazy competitive. But he tells me all the time, he's like, I don't know how much I like fighting. But then whenever he gets in these, moments in jujitsu, I mean, I see this fire come out in him and he's so great. And I'm like, I
Ah.
don't know. So it makes me feel better to hear you say that.
It's like between Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, I think both is great martial arts. I believe everyone have one battle, one fight we have to fight for. Example, in the school, you have to fight for good grades. In your
Yeah.
work, you fight for a promotion. And I believe the martial arts help you getting courage, getting grind. Like you say, your son love to go train, have that fire in the heart. So it's difficult. Some days are gonna be good training, some days are gonna be bad training. Today I have very hard training. I almost wanna cry after the train. But some days it's gonna be like this. But you learn. I believe like martial arts don't just help you win inside the ring, but make you become better person.
Amen.
Become yes, and make you like overcome. It's not gonna be easy, but you be ready, you
Right.
be trained, dedicate, discipline. And I think every belt I got in my career is no make it worth it like what I become, be MMA fighter, training and learning martial arts.
Let me ask you this. You said you lost your first fight, right?
Yes,
I
yes,
actually think that loss is so critical in learning and in motivating. I mean, you look
yeah,
at someone like Michael Jordan, who famously got cut from the high school basketball team, and it sort of motivated him. It put a fire inside of him to work that much harder and to come back and make the team. And obviously, we all know Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player to ever
yes.
live. There are some people who probably argue with me on that, but do you feel like that loss was important for that reason, or how do you deal with a loss?
I feel like it's a learning process.
Yeah.
I lost so many handball games. Look, so many, when I was kid. So I learned the process, okay, you're gonna get it better. Next, we're gonna have the better strategy, discipline, getting better. I think is you learn the process, you getting better. I think after this first fight, I said, no, I need to dedicate more. I need to train more. So just motivate me to getting better
Yeah.
and better. And I still feel like, okay, I'm complete 20 years now, but I feel still have a fire in my heart. And even be long time champion, I feel my heart, I'm in contender number one always. Like I don't have like, okay, you're gonna defend the title. No, I'm gonna fight the title again. I think when you feel this way, you stay uncomfortable place. So you're like
Yeah.
me, I'm coming out doing boxing fight here. It's different training. It's different
Yeah.
everything. It's like different sports. So it's a challenge.
So I want to ask you about this. You have a boxing match coming up on May
Yes.
17th. You're
Yes.
currently 4-0, which is amazing. Winning 3 by knockout, by the way, which that's absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
But I want to know how you prepare for boxing. Obviously, the prep is different. And what do you feel about this fight coming up? Like, what are we going to see when you enter the ring? Lara Trump here. You may already own a firearm, but before you face the financial and emotional weight of pulling the trigger, consider Byrna. Byrna's less lethal launchers fire tear gas and kinetic rounds designed to incapacitate attackers for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to escape and call for help without deadly consequences. And now it's time to meet the all-new compact launcher. Sleek, slim, and hits like a sledgehammer. About the size of a smartphone, it's perfect for concealed carry. Comfortable, discreet, and confidence building. The compact launcher fires at 400 feet per second with 41 joules per square inch of stopping power. That's enough force to halt a threat cold, without the legal and moral complexities of lethal force. What I love about Byrna is they're proudly American. Over 80% of their compact launcher's components are sourced in the USA, and each unit is hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Best of all, Byrna is legal in all 50 states. No background check and ships directly to your door. And it's trusted by hundreds of police departments and government agencies around the world. Visit Byrna.com to learn more. That's BYRNA.com. MyPillow is excited to announce that they are extending the mega sale on overstock clearance and brand new products. This is your chance to grab incredible deals on some of MyPillow's most popular and newly released items. You can save $40 on the new spring MyPillow bed sheets, available in any size and any color. These luxurious sheets are designed for maximum comfort and breathability, perfect for a great night's sleep. You can also save 30% on the brand new My Crosses, inspired by the one Mike has worn every day for over 20 years. These beautifully crafted crosses come in both men's and women's designs and are proudly made in the USA. Or get the 6-piece bath or kitchen towel set for just $39.98. Initial quantities are extremely limited, so don't wait. And don't forget about the best-selling standard My Pillow, now just $17.98. Plus, orders over $75 ship for free. Go to mypillow.com and use promo code TRUMP or call 800-624-3945 to order now.
No, change it. Coming to MMA, boxing for MMA is a completely different sport. It's like you get it, okay, you're a vet and they're gonna turn nurse. Okay, it's a little bit closer, but it's different. So same thing when you go to MMA and you go to boxing. I start in the bottom again. I have to learn everything again. It's a different sport, so we have to have discipline, respect. Some days it's gonna be hard, but I'm very excited. I love challenge. I think challenge keep you alive. I think
Yeah.
it's important to have a challenge. So I'm happy here. I'm excited because May 17 is going to be my fifth belt in my career. And my fifth fight in my career is excited because we're going to be in San Jose, California. It's the same place I fought Jay Carano and I got my first title in my career. And I've been training really hard. I'm here at the Seattle. I get out my house in a comfort place, doing the camp here with young kids. So it's like nice to be young teenagers. You look at the eyes of them. They have dreams. So it's nice to be close to them. You get that hungry again. And
Yeah.
and I'm happy to be around here. It's the best team here, and I'm learning. and I'm gonna do my best. You know, I want to do my best, improve my game, and to show I can be the champion in MMA and in boxing same time. This is I want to dedicate and finish my career like this.
That is so cool. And how old are you, Chris?
I'm 39.
That see, this is and what I love is what you said a minute ago, which is by the way, I'm 42, just so you know. I compete
Yes.
in triathlons and
Oh,
I
nice.
I never feel like I'm the age that,
Yes.
it says on my driver's license. I really don't. And I love that you were like, yeah, I've been doing this for 20 years, but like I go in to win. I'm not going in to be like the best 39-year-old. I'm going in to be the best. I feel that same way whenever I go
Yes.
and compete in any of these races. And I'm kind of like waiting for the next like the shooter job where somebody's like, okay, lady, like calm it down. You're getting too old for this. Chris, I don't know if I ever get there.
I think it's all mentally. I think if you can have 39, but you feel I feel like yesterday I was 19. So yeah, I still have
Yeah.
the fire in my heart. I still have my dream. I think it's important you take care of healthy, important what you eat. Of course, it's important. This is gonna make you live better. But I think you always you keep young your soul, keep young your heart. I think you just keep going, believe yourself.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, I in talking about and thinking about my kids and the teenagers you say that you're kind of, training with and stuff. What is it that you would say back to like your 19-year-old or even your 12-year-old self if you could go back and give yourself some advice and kind of like pep talk you coming into this? What do you say to these kids? Because I mean, I'm sure they all look up to you so much for all that you've achieved.
I believe like this. When I was 12 years old, I tried every single sport. I try handball, I try soccer, I try volleyball, I try everything I try. And I train everything because you don't have any responsibility. You can try everything, it's not
Yeah.
having that baggage behind your back. So, and then I feel like I'm trusting the process. I believe like if the gods have a plan to your life and you be open to try every single thing is good in your life, you're gonna see what is your purpose in your life. Because I didn't have any plan to be a fighter. I was play all the sports, and I have in my heart. It doesn't matter what sport I want to play. This was my prayer, actually. I said, God, I want to be living my life, be athlete. I love sports. Doesn't matter what sport I'm gonna do. And then 19 years old, I started fighting. Like how's crazy? I don't have any plan of this. So this amazing because I believe like all the sports I played before helping me become the fighter I am today.
Yeah.
You see, I have good balance. I have a good coordination. I don't have bad injuries because I started very little. So I believe it gonna be hard, but is everything is a reason for you overcome and you getting better and getting better. And then when the challenge come, a big challenge is gonna be ready because you pass it through the process.
Yeah.
So, and I think this is the just to trust the process and then keep going.
Well, and I love that you say that you prayed about it because I feel like God has a plan and a path for all of us.
Yes.
And if you're open to listening to him and following what it is that he's laid out for you, you can never go wrong. And I think
Yes.
that's probably exactly how you found your path here to MMA and now to boxing, obviously. All of it I think is so cool to see. And I feel so inspired whenever I hear you talk about all of it.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'm wondering though, if you hadn't gone down this path, if you hadn't ended up an athlete, what do you think you'd be doing, Chris?
Before be a fighter, I was a love animals. I want to be a vet. So
Oh,
this dream is still in my heart. I believe soon I retire. I want to go back to school and to be veterinary. This is one passion I love. But one of the jobs I was being studied a lot. I want to be missionary. I want to share the gospel. I want to talk about Jesus, the salvation.
wow.
I think is the one of the things is from my legacy. I know people ask me, Chris, what legacy you want to leave for the people? Like, you were champion, holding any titles in your career, gonna come another champion, gonna come the belt's gonna go bad, go dust is everything.
Right.
But the message you leave it for everyone can be forever everlasting in the people's hearts. So the one of the things I like to share my testimony, I like to talk about Jesus, about salvation. I think is the legacy can stay forever. all generations, everlasting in people's hearts. So this is the legacy I want to leave for everyone.
That's so beautiful. And I also love the animals. By the way, at some time in my life, I thought that I wanted to be a veterinarian when I was a kid too.
Yes.
Where are you from originally, Cris?
I'm from Brazil, Curitiba, South Brazil. Yes.
So, your parents, whenever you were young, I mean, you must thank them every day for putting you into all these sports and kind of making this what your life ultimately became.
You know, my parents didn't agree about be fighting. Like
Oh,
my mom wants to be dentist, and they're funny because I tell my mom, I cannot fix tooth, but I can take it out tooth from punches. So I tell her I'm not dentist, but
you're
she's the
still
big
working with teeth to a certain extent.
yes.
That's
So
so funny.
she's telling me, I think your fighter is no good because in the beginning when I started 20 years, it's like no sports. Like people see that thing was not that good to be. People ask you, what do you want
Yes.
to do for a living? I'm a fighter. People look at you like weird. So now the sports grow so much, everybody want to be, be a fighter. But with the beginner, my mom don't agree. So I was against everybody. I was, I want to do, I think I can do. So, and then now see how the sports grow so much, make me really happy. All the girls that were young, they want to be a fighter. So funny, they came talk to me. I started watch our first fights, and now I became a fighter. So make me really happy, and motivate other girls to be a fighter.
That's so great. Well, you're an inspiration.
Thank you.
Good luck in your boxing match coming up. We'll see how it goes for you. We'll be watching. Everybody, make sure you check that out. And Cris, if anyone wants to follow you, where can they find you online?
So you can go to my Cris Cyborg, it's my Instagram, you go my YouTube, and I wanna invite you to come to my fight. It's gonna be San Jose, May 17. It's gonna be 20 years. I'm fighting same day I did my first fight in
No,
2005.
that's so cool.
Yes, so special. So I can invite you if you'd like to come. It's gonna be a special night. And thank you all guys for all the support. I appreciate everyone. And then I'm gonna be after my fight. I'm gonna be in Las Vegas. Gonna have a Bitcoin conference there. I'm gonna be there. You're welcome to come if you see me, get a picture. But guys, I see you California, San Jose, May 17th.
My husband may be at that Bitcoin or the
Nice.
crypto, whatever it is.
Yes.
I think you may see him there, Cris, for sure.
Yes. Big conference. Yes.
Listen, Cris Cyborg, appreciate you spending a little time with us here at the Right View, and good luck with everything you got going on.
Thank you very much. Maybe one day you can train together, do some puzzle work, something.
Okay,
Like you like
it's a
challenges.
date.
Okay, deal.
It's a date. You got it. You got it.
Nice.
Thank you, Cris. And to
Welcome. Thank
everybody
you.
at home, as always, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and follow. And we'll see you back here next time for more of The Right View. And I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Nothing is worse than being on a phone call that drops. Nothing is worse than trying to text someone and you can't reach them because your phone is out of service range. And nothing is worse than supporting these major corporations and companies who don't support us. That is why I love Patriot Mobile. They are America's only Christian conservative wireless network. They use every cell tower out there available to all networks so that they have the greatest 4G and 5G coverage nationwide, and they support the causes that are important to us as conservatives. If you go today to patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump and use the promo code Trump, you will get free activation today. Again, that is patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump. The promo code is Trump for free activation so that you can get a great cell plan and feel good about doing it.